Professor Hess, Claudia, Mrs. Vasilako, Professor Wong, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, good evening. It is my pleasure to join you at the opening ceremony of the exhibition on City Smart Development in Europe, Vienna. I learned firsthand about Vienna's smart city initiatives during my visit to Vienna in May 2014, particularly at my meeting with Mayor Harper. I told him then that there are a lot of similarities between Hong Kong and Vienna, such as housing supply, challenges for land development, the demand for transport, etc. And Vienna's experiences are indeed very useful references for Hong Kong. I'm therefore very pleased to welcome this exhibition and the related debates to Hong Kong, which I'm sure will mark a broader Hong Kong-Vienna dialogue in building better cities. So may I first express my gratitude to the European Union Academic Program and the Austrian Consulate General for organizing this exhibition. Hong Kong has evolved from a fishing village to an entrepôt, a manufacturing center, and now an international financial center and bustling metropolis of over 7 million inhabitants. We have transformed into a compactly built city, partly due to the hilly terrain with limited land for development, and partly attributed to the pursuit of an integrated environment, transport, and land use planning policy over the years. Smart city is pursued by governments around the world with the objectives of ensuring sustainable growth and competitiveness of a city and enhancing the quality of life of its people. The Hong Kong SAR government is determined to improve the livability of our city. Hence, in our recently promulgated strategic territorial plan, Hong Kong 2030 Plus, towards the planning vision and strategy transcending 2030, or what we call Hong Kong 2030 Plus, we outline our vision of Hong Kong that is a livable, competitive, and sustainable Asia's world city. But I'm sure you will hear more about this later on, either from Paul or from KK. We are very grateful to have this valuable opportunity to share an urban dialogue with our Viennese experts on issues of common interest. In particular, how our strategic planning could help enhance the livability of our city. Speaking on livability, it is not just about the physical environment, but all elements that contribute to the quality of life and well-being of its people. Housing choices, job opportunities, education, healthcare, etc., all count. Our strategic spatial planning and urban design have a key role to play in improving our livability. To make our city more livable, we will continue to underscore compact development using railway as a backbone of public transport network to optimize the use of urban space. We will conserve areas with high ecological, landscape, and historic value, and also optimize the public's appreciation and enjoyment of our green and blue assets. I like the idea of thinking about a city as an urban laboratory where we can try out new ideas, especially innovative ones. In Hong Kong, we are proposing to adopt a smart, green, and resilient city strategy, which embraces a whole array of aspects concerning the built environment. The essence is to minimize resources demand, promote low-carbon smart economy and living, enhance city efficiency, promote business productivity, improve the quality of living, and enhance climatic resilience. Hong Kong is also facing what we call the double aging phenomenon. That is to say, our growing and aging population and building stock. According to projections, the proportion of our elderly population is expected to rise significantly from about 15% in 2014 to about 36% in 2064. That the old, in other words, the population age 85 or above, will rise from the current 2.2% to 10.1% in 2064. While the longevity of our population is attributable to our advanced healthcare system, the aging population will inevitably reduce our labor force. The aging population entails the provision of more community, medical, and residential care facilities. Adjustments to urban and building design will be needed to create an age-friendly, barrier-free built environment to facilitate active aging. As proposed in Hong Kong 2030 Plus, we will promote an inclusive and supportive built environment to cater for the needs of all ages. The second part of our double aging phenomenon is our rapidly aging building stock. The rapid economic growth in the post-war decades led to a large boom in construction in Hong Kong. However, these buildings have shown signs of age after all these years. Given the large stock of rapidly aging buildings, especially in the densely developed districts, we need to step up the rejuvenation of our dilapidated urban areas. The government will explore collaboration amongst relevant stakeholders in the community to develop Hong Kong into a smart city. Public-private partnership will form the core of development plans and initiatives with a view to strengthening our innovation and technology culture and encouraging commercial enterprises, in particular startups, to develop new applications and solutions. Innovation and technology can improve our everyday life in a wide range of aspects, including communication, transportation, healthcare, education, the environment, public order, consumer spending, and food safety. The government will set aside 500 million Hong Kong dollars to set up an innovation and technology fund for better living to finance projects that make use of innovation and technology to improve our daily life. Connectivity is the cornerstone of a smart city. We will progressively expand the coverage of free Wi-Fi services by doubling the number of hotspots within 3 years. These are hotspots under Wi-Fi.Hong Kong. The government will also offer free Wi-Fi services at all youth service centers and study rooms, and work with schools to improve the quality of their Wi-Fi services in order to support e-learning. We will establish a digital framework and standards suitable for smart city development in Hong Kong. Benefiting from technological advancement, we are trying to build a common spatial data infrastructure and a robust network of information and communications technology infrastructure to help manage our city. We will formulate policies on big data application and continue to encourage public service bodies and commercial organizations to open up more data. We have commissioned a consultancy study to draw up a blueprint for developing Hong Kong into a smart city to be completed in the middle of next year. The blueprint will cover policy objectives and strategy, development plans, governance arrangements, digital infrastructure, legal framework, and public-private collaboration. It will also map out various development plans up to 2030 with initiatives to achieve our long-term development goals having regard to local circumstances. These plans are expected to be people-centric and aimed at making use of technology and open data to address urban challenges faced by Hong Kong. Vienna is the top scorer in the Mercer's 2016 Quality of Living Survey. We treasure the opportunity to share and exchange with Vienna in smart city development. To strengthen cooperation between Austria and Hong Kong, the Hong Kong Smart City Consortium signed a memorandum of understanding with Austrian Technology Corporation in Hong Kong in January this year. Our Secretary for Innovation and Technology, Mr. Nicholas Yang, visited Vienna in May this year and met with Mrs. Vasilako, Vice Mayor of Vienna, and senior government officials to learn about the city's smart city initiatives and experience. During that visit, Mr. Yang also signed an MOU with the State Secretary of the Federal Ministry of Science, Research, and Economy of Austria, Dr. Harold Mahler, to strengthen bilateral cooperation in technology startup ecosystem between Hong Kong and Austria. The Hong Kong SL government is committed to building Hong Kong into a smart city. We strive to make use of innovation and technology to address urban challenges, enhance city management, and improve the quality of living, sustainability, efficiency, and safety of our city. As an international business and financial center, We also aim at enhancing our attractiveness to global business and talent and inspiring continuous city innovation and sustainable economic development. What I have said here are not exhaustive, and we are now engaging the public to gather more ideas. Every city has its own problems, and Hong Kong is no exception. Learning from the experience and good practices of other cities could give insights into addressing both the existing and emerging development issues. What we need is an innovative, vigilant, adaptive, and forward-looking mindset that permeates all levels of urban governance and the community. So ladies and gentlemen, the exhibition today brings in an ensemble of distinguished experts to share with us their insights and experience in implementing urban innovation. With the concerted efforts of all, I'm confident that we will continue to improve our cities for our future generations to live and prosper. I wish you all a fruitful and rewarding evening, and for our overseas guests, a very enjoyable stay in this smart and exciting city. Thank you very much.
Cheers.
This is basically the key, the vision, because it's smart city with friendly. Yes, this is the track. In the center, it's actually here is the parliament. So you cannot.